Hello everybody, this is SC2VN and I literally just spent the last 5 minutes just chilling and listening to this song. I love this soundtrack, it is aesthetic. Anyway, in the last episode we chose our main character. We're Mok, the foreigner who went to Korea to pursue her dreams of becoming a pro StarCraft player. She lost her first tournament and is now going up against somebody named Accel. Anyway, let's begin. I draw my lips in a line and let my shoulders slouch. Well, that's the end of this tournament run. Accel is one of South Korea's strongest Terran players. He's well known for his old school cred, balanced playstyle, and friendly banter. He lost in a round of 8 of last season's Accel. Respectable finish, if not a high-paying one. From what I remember, Accel was a dang good Brood War player. Sorry if this is really stilted, I really don't like to cuss. Except for when I'm actually playing games. So I'll be trying to not cuss. But he was out of his prime when the sequel hit last year, so it makes sense that he switched. While I'm considering what sort of rush I should do to steal a win, I feel a tap on my shoulder and turn. Huh, so you are a foreigner. This is Accel, and I get the distinct feeling he's going to be the love interest for the female character. And find none other than the man himself standing there. This is a bit surreal, considering I've followed Accel's play for about as long as I've been into StarCraft. Luckily, his nonchalant manner disarms my surprise. I think we play the next round. I'm Mok, a Terran. He misses a beat before regaining a smile, likely surprised that I understood, and then answered him. Yeah, I saw that you won your game. Not bad. Foreigners are uncommon sight at all-out attack. Are you a pro gamer? What team are you on? I don't know if you could call me a pro gamer at this point, and I don't have a team. Trying to find one though. Guess whose team we end up on. I mean, I didn't get to the point where we actually joined the team, but I have a guess. I do my best to not look too hopeful, although Accel's blank expression is hard to read either way. He pauses to scratch his cheek before responding. Well, good luck. Don't expect another easy match. You too. I mean, thanks. Oh gosh, kill me. At least he laughed. My stress from before is mostly gone. If I lose, big deal. I'm expected to lose. If I win, I beat Accel. I'm still chewing over which cheese I should perform before finally deciding to just play standard. I shouldn't squander the rare chance to play against a top player. Cheese, an unexpected strategy that relies on lack of information to surprise the opponent. Cheese builds typically revolve in an early attack that, if undetected, is more difficult to defend than to execute. Standard. Standard refers to a balanced playstyle meant to cover as many of the opponent's options as possible. Favors a solid, well-rounded skill set. Top players utilize standard games for the majority of their games. He and I banter back and forth in the pre-game lobby a bit before the game gets underway. Accel. Old school Brood War Terran, plays classic Marine tank style, probably about to crush me. I haven't got up in a player as strong as Accel in a while. There probably wasn't a single person at the VSL qualifier this level. That only makes a potential victory all the more tantalizing. It's a powerful chance to prove myself and that I've got what it takes. Even if I've decided on playing standards, I've still got a decision to make and how to execute my mid-game strategy. The map is well suited for a Hellion attack. I'll have plenty of room to poke around in its expansion since it lacks a choke point. An attack by air might also be a strong option. The distance between our bases is relatively long by land, but it'll take a Banshee less than 5 seconds to travel from mine to his. I'm confident with both styles. It's just a matter of how I want to execute the attack. So, when I was playing this on my before, when I messed up my thing, also just listen to the song. Alright, so anyway, when I was playing this through the first time, I went with the air assault, and so that's what I'm gonna do again. From what I'm gonna go ahead and guess that you get the same thing either way. I cut all extraneous unit protection and get out of Banshee as soon as possible. The earlier I'm able to hit, the less chance that Accel will have the right defenses. With my Banshee en route, I clear out a path to his base with a handful of Marines. Denying information to my opponent is important, even if I don't plan to attack from that blind spot. It seems to have been the right choice, as his Marines are out of the position when my Banshee arrives at his base. I managed to secure a few worker kills before ordering a retreat. Since I didn't lose my Banshee, Accel has to spend minerals on air defense. Knowing that, I prefer to transition to a full-on ground army. This game is going insanely well. Though Accel took his expansion before I did, the damage he took puts us on even footing. I follow up with an army of Marines, Marauders, and dropships, the bread and butter of most Terran players. Since I cleared out the space between our bases, he's in the dark about the timing of the next attack. There's a solid chance that I could do enough damage here to end the game. Just as I arrived on the outskirts of Accel's extensions, one of his dropships unloads just a handful of Marines on my base. That one's going to slow down my ability to reinforce. So a little fun fact, when I was playing this earlier, the base and the ch kind of combined together. And you know what it sounded like. Oh crap. If I focus on the drop on my mate, and Accel rushed through the army I left outside of his base while I wasn't paying attention. He's got a concave formation on me. Drop refers to either a dropship or the act of unloading units from a dropship. Dropships are capable of quickly transporting units across the map and into an opponent's base. And just like that, my advantage evaporates. But I managed to stay in the game for a bit longer. Accel wisely guards his lead by immediately taking a third base. Soon enough, his economic advantage is reflected in the size of his army. After my Blundell, Accel's play was airtight. There really wasn't anything for me to do. With a groan, I offer a GG and concede the match. I didn't exactly throw my lead, but I did get seriously outplayed. Fantasizing about how a victory would have felt doesn't help me keep my mind off the loss. Knowing that I did my best only helps so much. But not a moment later, Accel turns the corner with a smile and raised eyebrows. Hey, good game. You're actually not bad. I assumed you were here for fun or something. Oh, thanks. I am here for fun, though. You played really well. I'm surprised. Most foreigners don't hit timings like that. Good vision control, too. And your scouting was top-notch. You're really not on a team? Are you at least staying at a team house? Oh, are you studying abroad? Nothing like that. I'm staying by myself in an apartment by the VSL studios. So you came to Korea alone and on your own dime. And you're not just visiting? Yeah? I do my best to not seem awkward about my answer, but any reason to worry disappears when Accel smiles. It takes some serious guts to move out here like that. I can't think of a single person who's made it out here on their own. A few nearby competitors watch our conversation. It's probably not often that Accel gives his attention to a random nobody he crushes early in a bracket. I've got some time before my next game. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. Oh, sure. With a nod, Accel leads me from the PC area to the back of the cafe. We pass a number of known players on the way here, most lounging around no differently than the cafe's other patrons. Maybe they aren't that different. I guess even professionals like to kick back with a tangle of chords and rush of caffeine every now and then. Games shouldn't be all business all the time, although I bet that KPGA executives disagree. Accel comes to a stop away from the constant tapping of the keyboards. Then, he plops himself on a seat against the wall and invites me to join him with a wave of his hand. As I take my seat, I look up to find someone I recognize at his side. Jet, a Zerg and a former VSL champion. She won StarCraft 2's very first grand final back in beta. A year ago, she might have been the game's most famous player. Her flippant and inflammatory antics have made her somewhat of a controversial figure. She rarely GGs and isn't afraid to talk trash on stage. And there she is, just sitting there. It's all I can do to not stare. A smile plays on her lips when she glances past me to Accel. Accel, seriously, stop promising my autograph as a reward for beating you. Hilarious. She can understand you, by the way. Who are you up against this next round? Some Zerg dishwasher on the LHT/. Ugh, I hate CVC. Chat rolls her eyes back at me. After a brief appraisal, she lifts her chin and speaks a single word. Name? What? Oh, I'm Mark, a Terran. I'm teamless. Jet sifts her bathe. Give me just a second to get some water. Jet shifts her gaze back to Accel as if to ask, why did you bring this noob back here? But before she can actually say anything, Accel comes to my defense with an easy smile. Hey, cool it with the judgment until you've seen her play. Plus, have you ever heard of a foreigner that came here out alone, just for StarCraft? My girl right here did, and you have to admit that's pretty brave. If that endorsement wasn't convincing enough, he offers some of his classic grins for good measure. The response seemed to satisfy her for now. While I try to keep anything from showing that contradicts Accel's assessment, Chick aims her attention back to me. Didn't see your name on the list of people who made it past the VSL qualifier. How'd you place? I lost my second to last match. The qualifier before that, I dropped out on the final game of the last series. 2 attempts without making it, huh? Hard to tell much from that. Mainly depends on the bracket you had. How do you live out here with no team? Do you stream or something? I used to stream, but well, I don't do it anymore. She raises her eyebrows, waiting for me to elaborate until I look away. Without missing a beat, she moves on to the next question. So your parents pay for everything? No, I'm here on my summer job earnings and a little bit extra from my grandparents. How lucky, I never got any handouts. Anyway guys, that has been episode 2 of SC2VN, and so you've now met Accel and Jet, who I'm pretty sure are going to be your team, because it's a 3-player team for StarCraft. And I will see you guys in the next video.